Previously on Survivor Branford. In ending their losing streak, the King's tribe was able to focus less on strategy and more on locating the hidden immunity idol. And after a lengthy group search, Eddie was able to unearth the prize. Now facing their first tribal council, the Queen's tribe became chaotic. The two opposing alliances of Michelle, Lisa, and Sarah, and Melissa, Angela, and Lexi both realized they needed Sarah Elizabeth to have the majority. As the swing vote, Sarah Elizabeth knew of both alliances' plans, one to take out Angela, and the other to go after Sarah. Despite Melissa's achievement in pulling Sarah away from her alliance to cast a throwaway vote for Lisa, Michelle and Lisa had their way, as both Sarah Elizabeth joined them, and Lexi went along to not be caught in the minority. Angela became the third voted out, and the first blow had been struck by the new players. 11 are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
Really knows how to play.
She's a really good player.
And I was just like,
yeah,
concerned about that. Like, I feel like they can, good players like that convince you to let them go, I'm such a big target, like wait from, a couple rounds, but then you wait a couple rounds and then they scheme their way into the final three.
And there was no
week later we all need to contribute,
This is why having the tribe split by gender is so interesting. So I knew that last vote with Angela was coming. The votes fell exactly as I expected them to. I don't know how to pull Sarah aside to explain why Angela and I voted the way we did, which is not good for me because I feel like there's a good chance it's going to be either one of us based on the last vote. It stinks that Angela got out. I don't think I have much time left, so... Sometimes it's like you need more time and there just isn't any more time, so you have to think about all of the conversations you had. You're not able to sure up anything right before you go in.
Yeah, when I saw my name come up at Tribal, I was not really expecting that. 4 for Angela, 2 for Sarah, and 1 for me. So 3 people didn't vote with us. We knew Angela wasn't, we knew Melissa wasn't, but it's who that third person is. I just really want to know who put my name down because nobody's fessing up to it.
Who was the real vote?
I don't know who the real vote was.
So it's either Lexi or Sarah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know what to do. I just don't want to get voted out next.
Yeah.
And I feel like the last vote going the way it did, I just feel like I have no one.
No, I think you're in a great position because people knew that you were doing what you did. It's the person that's the rogue vote that people are kind of skeptical. Because there's definitely something that's willing to stir up the game a little bit.
I'm so confused. If there's a real vote, I don't know. Yeah, so that's why I'm just confused.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Well, now I believe it. Yeah.
Big stuff to win that immunity challenge. We needed that for tribe morale and just straight numbers. I mean, the girls are picking us off in terms of these challenges, so that was huge. And it was a puzzle at the end, and I think I really led the team that puzzle. I killed that puzzle. So that really made me feel a lot better about my tribe standing, especially after receiving votes at 2 tribals in a row. Eddie ended up finding the king's idol, so that was kind of worrying. I really thought Eddie was someone who might be next to go. I think he was someone we were willing to flip on that wasn't me. So I wasn't really psyched that he was the one that grabbed it, even though he was very team unity with the idol. And I mean, Joe's running the tribe right now, Joe and Dennis, I gotta say. But I'm cool with it. I'm cool with knowing that, letting it happen, and as long as we don't get to the point where it affects me, then I can use that to my advantage later on in this game. And that's what Survivor's all about, is just being aware of those social situations and being able to use that information to your advantage later.
You and me have a spot without it. I think she would have been very willing to work with you. She's worked with us in the past. So. Melissa's the only other returning girl. If they have to vote another one off, it wouldn't surprise me if Melissa's next.
Seeing Angela, kind of the biggest target and primary returning player, along with Melissa on the Queen tribe getting outvoted first. That did not feel like it's boding well for me going into a merge in a minority, potentially being a target if they're trying to get rid of returning players. I mean, given Angela going, it seems like the returning players, a small sample size, are threats. Like, we need to band together, and at least that gets one of us a couple votes farther of the 3 of us. Like, I really feel like you, me, Joe, gotta, like, for your best interest too. Like, I think they'll probably come after me or Joe.
I feel pretty good about Joe. I can never be like too sure.
Like, I think he's kind of stuck with us, and he's gonna be a good
I think so
ally. It seems, given the other tribe, like, they got rid of Angela, who's kind of the main person I thought, if we were down in numbers, could work with, and it seems like they're probably out for returnees and big threats. So I don't hold much hope unless there's kind of some rabbit we can pull out of the hat.
Drivers ready?
I think I have it.
Lisa is wrong.
If you don't know, you don't know.
Sam is wrong. No point. Sarah's ready? Let's have it. Ryan thinks he has it. No.
Take your time, you got time.
Michelle, are you good? You calling it?
Yeah.
No, neither person got it. You were both close. Dennis calls me. Dennis scores. 1-0. All right, survivors ready? Yeah.
Got it.
Sarah thinks she has it.
This.
That's a point for Queens. Joe calls it. Joe with a point for Sam. Survivors ready?
Jim.
No.
Not enough.
5 seconds.
Yeah.
No. All right, survivors ready? Lisa calls?
Yeah.
No.
Ball.
No. Green was first. Survivors ready?
Sure.
No. No. Survivors ready? Eddie calls me. No. Lexi, are you done?
Yeah.
Nope. You were both one off.
Done.
Lisa scores point. 2-2. All right, survivors ready? Yeah.
Looking at yours.
Me.
Sarah calls it. Queens win immunity.
Whoever, I don't even know who I went up against on that. The fact that he actually took the time to look at the last square instead of just running for it is what got us that point.
Yeah.
Because I already knew the last one was pink, so we had to stop and look at it.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
I'm
They
so
were
mad.
talking,
I
they
literally
all-
had pink in my hand and I was like,
Yeah.
it's pink, it's pink, it's pink. And I was like, no, it's purple. I shot myself way too
I was like
much.
whispering after he posted it. I was like, no, it's pink.
I was saying that, like, I heard someone say yes, but I had both colors in my hand. So I'm like, okay, which one is to what color? And then I'm like, okay, it must be purple.
Yeah, if we go in with a major advantage to merge, we just have to get them out one by one. Yeah. Duke it out at the end. Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's not
I mean,
what
there's- it's speaking from experience, it's really hard to rally people coming from the other tribe and have them believe you, you know?
When you have a numbers advantage, like you hold to it. Like there's that one tribe, one season, I forget, that they literally just like all stuck together
I
and
think it
like
was beach and rice.
okay, and like it was like post merge, they all like just and they just picked them off one
Yep.
by one.
Yeah,
So
you're right.
you have numbers.
For like the
For the
tribe
other
that's
tribe,
coming in. Yeah.
You just can't let them sneak their way into.
Right.
It's tough because we don't really know what the alliances are on that side. We don't really know who's working together, who's the odd man out. I think I did set here though. Ryan said like thanks guys, so like I think he might be like the odd man out.
Yeah, I did feel like he might be on the outs of the tribe.
But that was just the perception I had.
But I think Sam went 3 times. He really went the most out of the boys, I think. And I don't think he scored any points. So then that makes him look like a little bit of the weak link in the memory challenge. And he threw his thingy, like he was like pissed. Like so maybe like he knows like he might be, so like he had to pull through on the challenge and he didn't tonight.
I have more fun at the individual immunity challenges because there's less pressure, I guess, you know? Like,
You can only disappoint yourself.
Exactly.
That was definitely a demoralizing loss. That we're so close to being even in numbers, and then either we
know.
could merge
Really-
even
really
or even
thought that
take
was
the
the
lead
one.
in numbers.
That was a huge challenge.
We were so close to that challenge. I thought we had it. We had a great strategy that Ryan came up with. We were kind of memorizing the last 4 digits and then trying to essentially cheat off the Queen tribe for the first 3. So Joe, Sam, and I have really created, I think, a really solid final 3. The main 2 options seem to be either we vote out Ryan, which is the easy vote, or we try and somehow convince Eddie that we're not voting for him so he doesn't play his idol, and then we vote him out. I promise, like, I'm gonna be not voting for you. Like, that immunity idol is so important to, like, anything we can do at a merge. Like,
I kind of feel like I have to play it now that it's just my name's been out there. Like, I would love not to, but I have to, like, think about myself in the game.
The 2 names I heard were Ryan and your name. Definitely Ryan had said, I want you to be able to keep that idol longer. Like, if you had to use it now, it would be, it'd almost be a waste. I mean, it wouldn't be, like, if it kept you in the game, it wouldn't be a waste.
Yeah, exactly.
If you otherwise would have been out, but it's obviously so much more important post-merge. I mean, obviously everybody knows Eddie has the idol, but it'd be that idol, like, since we all are aware of it, it's just so much more valuable if it can stay in the game till the merge, till after the merge. So I don't want Eddie out of the game, and I don't want his idol out of the game. Eddie saves himself. Sure, he gets 1 round closer, but we're screwed post-merge.
I think the problem is, like, I feel randomly, like, whether he'll play it or not. Like,
I think he's probably going to. Like, think about it. If we were in his Eddie situation, and we had the idol, we heard our names coming around, and there could be a potential for a merge.
I mean, did he hear his name already?
We tried to plead that case to him. Hey, save it for the post-merge. Let us use it more strategically to get through the first tribal council with the women at the majority, even out the playing field, and then we could just take it from there.
Yeah.
Not feeling great per usual. I never can. How can you on a tribe of 5? I mean, 3 tribals out of the first 4 to start this game is not what I had in mind. We have a plan. The plan is to blindside Eddie. Hopefully, we have him convinced that we're voting Sam. And worst case scenario, my hope is if he does play the idol, that those votes are on Sam.
They're saying Sam, so.
I really don't want to play with the idol.
No, I understand.
Like, sure that we're going with somebody.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm putting my vote on. It's a small tribe, but my vote's on Sam.
Okay. Ryan is pushing pretty hard to get me voted out. He wants to convince me that we're voting for somebody else and then I don't play my idol. I mostly trust Janice and Joe to vote for Ryan, but I'm not sure about it. It's gonna, I think, be like a game time decision whether or not I play it. Ryan wants me to think I'm safe, which is why I'm so cautious right now. Okay. He wants me to think I'm safe so I don't play my idol and I get voted out.
It would be kind of foolish for you not to play it.
Yeah.
So safe bet is Ryan.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably gonna play the idol. Yeah. Like I just want to stay in the game.
Again, same position. If I had the idol right now, I'd play it.
Yeah.
It's just a tough situation because you never know. In this scenario where Eddie's got the hidden immunity idol, who is most likely going to play it, that narrows it down to Ryan and me. I like Ryan. Don't have any hard feelings for him, but you know, this is I gotta survive this.
We need to keep that battle till after the merge. If we go back, are you gonna hold on to your idol?
Yeah.
We're getting picked up on 6th.
I just like can't get into it.
I'm trying to convince you to do what I think is best for us four.
I do agree with you, but like, obviously I have some trust issues.
I'll tell you right now, I'm not voting.
It would be the stupidest thing for my game to vote for you. Like I said, like that idol is so important. Like we have no chance in not being picked up if we don't have that. So we, like, there's no reason. And like,
see how I'm like uncomfortable with it.
I agree. I understand completely. I mean, that's what last time you were in a similar situation.
Yeah.
But that time, I feel like you were kind of on the outs. Well, this time I feel like we've kind of been the core running the show anyway. Our big mission is to try and convince Eddie not to play his immunity idol, because that's our only chance going into a merge and down in numbers if we still have it. But he is like so scared.
Well, we meet again, King's Tribe. Sam, would you say that you lived up to the name of the Kings?
I mean, I think we're all kings in some way.
I mean, I feel like jesters would probably more.
Yeah, I feel more like a
Joker.
jester. Yeah.
No, I think we're at least jacks. No, sorry to interrupt.
Jacks.
Yeah, I agree with Jeff.
You're Jack?
I'm a Jack, yeah.
So you admit that you are lower ranked than the Queens right now.
They are outranking us, though. There's 6 of them, and there's 4 of us.
Sam, is it hard to be back at Tribal Council after having a round off?
No, I think it's definitely a hard thing to be back at Tribal Council because I feel like there's such a nice gel between this group. It's tough to narrow down names. We're just getting to that point where, you know, you have to either side with your 2 or 3 people, and it's just coming down to the wire. Like it's tougher to be covert.
Dennis, would you agree that you find this to be a core and the vote is much harder than the previous 2 that you've had?
I would definitely agree. Like, I feel like we had kind of a really good group and plan in place. We thought if we were going to go into a 5-5 merge or some kind of swap or something, I think we were all on the same page. So I agree, like this, it gets really tough when you dwindle down like this.
Eddie, in this vote, are you considering the merge? We don't know when it's going to happen, but it's likely that you'll be behind in numbers. So are you factoring that into your vote this time?
Yeah, absolutely, especially with the community idol. It's something we talked about a lot.
Joe, what have you heard about the immunity idol?
Oh, we all know Eddie has it.
Eddie, are you in agreement? Do you
Open
have the
about
idol?
that, yeah.
So Ryan, what's the mindset? Is that a bad thing that Eddie has the idol, or is it good to know where it is and he's not going to surprise you with it?
Well, it's good to know because we all talked about it when Eddie found it, and we all put together this plan that, like, we want to utilize this at a swap or a merge because we're obviously going to be down in numbers at this point. We were looking to win that last challenge and be heading into the merge like with an idol ready to go if one of us needed to play it on another one. Now that we're here, I mean, hopefully that idea is still intact, but it's hard to say. It looks bad that we've lost 3 and they've lost 1, but considering the last challenge was 2-2, 1 away from the numbers being even, it's so minute, and that's how Survivor is.
Right.
That's why we're jacks.
That's why we're jacks.
So are you all in agreement here that you guys are sticking together once you do merge, and the plan will really just be try to get some numbers from the other side and take control of the game? I think that's about
If
right.
we can pull that off, I think we can. It's going to be hard to pull off.
Yeah.
Because we're down in numbers.
Yeah.
But with an idol, that gives you a fighting chance.
Yeah,
potentially.
the idol gives us a fighting chance.
Well, on that note, is there anything anyone would like to add before we do the vote?
I think this will have to be a blind side. There's nowhere to run.
There's a 20% chance you go home unless you're ready. You got an idol.
I think all 5 of us should be worried.
Okay. Eddie, you're up first.
Going for it. Sorry, Eddie. You've been nothing but good to me, but the idol's scary, and I've been in a hot corner this whole game, and I think this is the right play for me.
If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and you'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so. I'll read the vote. First vote, Eddie. Ryan. 1 vote Ryan, 1 vote 3. Ryan, 2 votes Ryan. 4th person voted out of Survivor Branford. Ryan. Ryan, that's 3, that's enough. You'll need to bring me your torch. Ryan, try the score. Time for you to go.
You know, the social game wasn't there. I received votes at every tribal, and I knew that. I really thought we could have got it on Eddie here, and I think I maybe underestimated how much they wanted to keep that idol. When he didn't play it, I thought it worked, and then the second vote for me, it was over. I'm glad I made it past those first 2 tribals. I mean, this was a tough tribe. I can
be satisfied with this placement. No hard feelings towards the guys, they were great.